Okay, so welcome to the vlog. Today we're talking about the Ronin S, which is finally here. We couldn't wait to get it out of the box and use it. It's a fantastic bit of kit. Being a Ronin user and a Ronin M user, I have to say, absolutely love what they've done with this. It's so versatile now in comparison. Our Ronin M is on the big square, so as you can imagine, that that can be quite difficult to get into some places, which it has its uses for, but with this, the places you can get this in and the way you can move the camera, for starters, obviously just the build of it and how you hold it makes it a whole lot easier. The fact that you can get it right down into places, move it around, absolutely brilliant. And the legs, this little driver on the bottom, fantastic idea to be able to just put it straight down, not a problem. We've already been using it, and just the shots that you can get with it is absolutely phenomenal. It's so responsive on the thumb controller, but there's a few other things that we found out as well. When we were using it, it was a little bit irritating. We were using a 5D Mark IV on it, which is on it now, and it was annoying every now and again. You sort of roughly get into position, set your sort of shot, then have to touch the back of the screen to get the camera rolling. And we looked at the cables that came with the kit, which is a USB-C, USB micro, and an IR type cable, of course, which none of them seem to fit the 5D Mark IV. So we went and had a bit of a look online to see if we could find this cable, and we stumbled across a video that turned around and said, well, if you use your micro SD cable, and then that will then plug into the Ronin itself, and then into the lower half of the USB 3 port, which is on the 5D Mark IV. And I never knew that. I never knew that that is roughly the same connection, and it quite surprised me. So we got the cable out, plugged it in, and lo and behold, it does now give you the record function just underneath the thumb controller. The record button is there. That will then now work. So when you're in video mode, you can take your shot and record straight from there. So it'll cut down the amount of beginnings and ends of videos that start and end with the awkwardness of rolling your camera. The second thing that I discovered by accident now, and I've been using the Touch AF on the back of the screen of the 5D Mark IV, and I had the focus turned off on the camera, but on the lens, and I've just filmed a scene. And I stood there waiting for the scene to reset, and I was fiddling with the focus wheel. And then I suddenly noticed, hang on a minute, the lens is moving, or the lens focus is moving, and I could see the indicator on top of the 2470 moving. And looking on the back of the screen, I noticed that it gave me a really quite smooth pull focus. I sat down and tested and played with it for a minute, and lo and behold, if you then turn the autofocus back on and then turn the wheel, it starts to fight with the autofocus. But with the autofocus off on the back of the camera but on the lens, it gives you a nice smooth focus. I also tested it with turning it off on the lens as well. Gives you a really erratic fast, I wouldn't even call it a focus, I would just call it moving from one end of the focus to the other, straight one end to the other, boom. But yeah, autofocus on, off on the screen, nice pull focus. The other thing that we loved about it, now I'm not sure how often you use this, it's probably just one of those things that's quite quirky at the minute and everyone thinks it's quite funky, but that's the infinity spin. And then the Ronin S has the ability to continuously spin around on its axis, giving you this continuous or infinity shot. Now it doesn't come up set up on the Ronin itself, so it's something that you have to set. So by using the app. So to set it up, if you press configure and then go to user, switch down to user 3 and then hit the control settings, you'll see that it will be set up with channel 1 on tilt, channel 2 on pan, channel 3 on nothing. So if you then turn channel 1 to NA and then do the same for channel 2, and then if you go to channel 3 and switch it over to roll, this will give you the settings for the infinity spin. Now again, the app itself is a fantastic app. It's very intuitive, quite very easy to use. I currently have it obviously attached to the Ronin now, and it's in create mode, so I can actually control it straight from the app as I'm just sat here, which is a great addition to be able to have like a separate operator, second operator, so you can control the main hold of the Ronin itself and move it into position and where you're moving and where you're going, and then someone else can then use the Ronin app to be able to point the camera where the camera needs to be. So between the two of you, you should be able to pull off some pretty cool shots. There's also many other functionalities on the app itself. So not only that, you've got a panoramic app, so it'll do a stitchy panoramic. You've got a time-lapse app. You've got a motion lapse app. You've got a track app. So that's just a few of the things that we have found out with the Ronin ourselves since we've got it. Can't wait to get out there and start using it more. I hope the little tricks and tips have been helpful. It was really helpful for us, just like I say, to be able to use the start-stop for the rolling, and the focus was fantastic to be able to do nice pull focuses on the move as well without having to attach extra apparatus to it. So I hope you found this video helpful. Like I said, there were some tips that really helped us out. Start, stop, focus, absolutely brilliant. We plan on making more videos now, so we're going to start doing things on editing and filming, and again we're still going to be doing behind the scenes of us out and about filming our day-to-day sort of work. So if that's the sort of thing you want to keep watching, hey, let me know in the comments, and why not hit the subscription button and follow along as well. So we'll see you on the next video.